Protectors of the Grid, Chapter 61. The jubilation in the control room was matched by the exhilaration of the crowd in the bleachers. Tara came to first. "We have to think about Langley and his goon. What do we say?" "Right," Will agreed, "because there are no bodies. The question is, were there witnesses?" Charlie added. "That's what I want to know. Did they see what we saw? What did they see?" They looked at each other in stunned silence. Will spoke first. "There's one way to find out." "How?" they asked in unison. "Ask them." "You ask them," Ben retorted. "Okay, I will." Will turned toward the door and started down the steps, mic in hand. "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Will Windwalker, and I'm honored to be a technical and security consultant on this project." Low murmur of interest. "What did you see that was most important to you? Raise your hand and I'll bring the mic." Angus McGowan's hand shot up and Will walked over and handed him the mic. His gravelly voice resonated with emotion. "Ben," he pointed at Ben, still standing on the staircase, "I didn't believe you would pull it off. I hoped so, but I wasn't convinced. When you pretty much vanished for those weeks, I was afraid you were pulling a Kachi. But, Ben, I don't think I've ever been as moved as I am by what I've seen here today." Angus paused to wipe his eyes. "And I want to congratulate you on staging that display of security. As powerful as the ferry is, it's critically important to safeguard from thugs who would use it to spy, make war, or make criminal money." He paused for effect. "We couldn't see all that well what was going on in that control room, but we could see when the minicams fell. We could hear noises and see scuffling up there. It felt like an attack. And I admit, I was a little afraid. I'm still not sure what I saw, that big shadowy thing. Just when I decided it was some kind of monster, he shook his head. It looked like a giant babe of a woman." Angus chuckled, enjoying the spotlight. "Now, don't take offense, ladies, but usually it's the other way around." Pause for effect. The beautiful woman turns into the monster. "Boo. Boo. Okay, don't get your panties in a wad. What I really want to say, Ben, is thank you. Thank you not only for successful technology, thanks for staging a demo of the protection you have in place against a possible terrorist attack." Angus lifted his clasped fists to first one side, then the other. "Bravo, bravo!" Georgia in accounting asked for the mic. "Was that really a demonstration of security in case of attack? Not a real attack? And where did that thing come from?" She turned to Angus. "Mr. McGowan, there was definitely something up there big and scary. I saw teeth. Lots of teeth. And 2 guys were there, and then they weren't there. Was it all staged?" "Georgia, we can't share all our secrets now, can we?" Ben shouted from the stairs. The audience laughed. Several hands waved in the media section. The mic passed over. "I saw it too, you guys, that monster thing that ate a couple of people, then turned into a woman right before those little cameras started floating up. And I can just see my editor's face if I write up this story. San Diego technology protected by giant monster. My editor would shit a brick." Ben waved for the mic. "Now all you news hounds, here's the gospel truth. What you saw was my personal Mo, Leela. You know what a Mo is, right?" "Nua," shouted from several in the media section peanut gallery. "A moo is a giant lizard, or a beautiful woman, depending on whether your emotional vibration is low or elevated," Ben explained. "Aw, come on, Ben, quit pulling our leg," shouted another voice. "Yeah, quit playing, this is serious stuff," chimed in a third. Ben raised his hands and ducked his head. "I surrender. You are the reporters. You just write the truth about what you saw. I'm not going to try to edit or influence you." "Damn right, Ben. And thanks for being straight with us. Congratulations on this ferry thing. Looks like it's going to be really big." They were glassy-eyed tired by the time they got back to the condo. Tara walked in, dropped her bags on the floor by the door, and flopped onto the love seat. Charlie piled her stuff by Tara's things on the floor, then stretched out on the sofa. Ben came in, saw them, and shook his head. "Tsk, ladies, you'd think you had a long day or something. One more thing, then we can all crash." Will dug into one of the packs he'd brought in and pulled out a fat white candle. This is maybe the most important part of all. He struck a match, and a flame shot up from the candle's wick. He placed the candle on the coffee table in the center of the conversation group, then sat in one of the easy chairs. Tara straightened and moved to the edge of the love seat. Charlie swung her legs around and sat up, too. Will held out a hand to each one, who each held out a hand to Ben, who had settled into the easy chair opposite. They sat in the circle, feeling the energy flowing through their hands and hearts, around and around, gaining momentum, building a sense of well-being. How comforting to be connected with people we love and trust. How awe-inspiring to know how powerful we are, and how vulnerable. How humbling to know that the universe supports our choice of the reality we wish to create. And so it was that the core four sat in grateful silence, allowing awareness to fill their hearts, gratitude to speak through vibration. No words needed. In the center of the circle, the candle flame flared and danced as though blown by the breath of the goddess.